hairdo friends. I'm Chelsea at Hairdo Salon in Mesa. We have another video for everybody today. Got my lovely assistant Liberty back in us with her fresh, cute pink summer hairdo. I'm going to wet this hair down in the front. And I am going to kind of come from like the middle of the eyes. And I actually kind of like to angle it. I like to do it down the side of the head. You can also go straight down the back. If you're an adult, I've worn this before on myself, and I usually go straight down the back. On my girls, I think it looks cute to have it kind of come down the side. So I'm going to start from the middle of the eyeballs. Can you look forward? Thank you, honey. And I'm just making a triangle section that comes back. So you can see I can pull it down, look down, please. There you go. So we've got our triangle section here. All right, now you can look back up, thanks. So I'm going to now use the Paul Mitchell Freeze and Shine again. Spray this down really good. I'm actually combing it diagonally back to this back kind of corner, but not quite to the corner. I'm going to those Proclaim rubber bands again. I have the colored ones today because I love doing rainbow rubber bands when I do this. Just makes me happy inside, that's why. All right, so there's our first section. Have our first triangle section. So the next section I'm going to kind of come to the corner of her eye. This way, please. I'm going to match it up with the corner of her eye on that side, corner of her eye on this side, and then I just angle it up slightly in the back, and you'll see what I mean. So always works best with it a little wet so I can get that section nice and clean. All right, so remember the comb goes fine to wide, so I'm going to use the end of the wide part, the wide tooth comb, and I come out to the corner of her eye, keeping the comb on the scalp. I just kind of pull it across and angle it back. And I am bringing all of this hair around, and I'm going to secure the rubber band on this side of her head. So then one from here. Oh, I didn't wet this. Let me wet this side down. I forget. I'm going to come from the corner of her eye, and I'm going to angle it back. So essentially, I met my sections. Right here in the back of her head. And then the rubber band is actually, when you look at it compared to her ear, where I'm going to place the rubber band is just going to be maybe an inch or two behind her ear, and it's going to be up here. So it's more in line with this rubber band. So we place this one here, this one, that one, and it's going to go down that side of her head with this as the top point. All right, so let me spray this down a little bit more. Really get those little hairs wet so the hairspray will meld in. Freeze and shine. All right. So I'm going to comb this in. Once again, like we've talked in the past, my forefinger is not coming off of her scalp. So it's sitting there, it's resting there. So as you can see, I combed this across, which kind of covers up her part line, but that's okay. I'm bringing it across so it'll all meet over here. Putting the forefinger onto, there you go, you can put your head up, onto her scalp right there. And then she's gonna hand me my rubber band. Thank you so much. Opening it, the 3 fingers, coming at this from below. I put it on the scalp, twist, go around. This one I'm probably gonna go around 3 times. 1, 2, 3rd time's the charm. So now we have first section, second section. So now to get these out of the way, I'm just going to use a clip. I just twist them together and I put a clip on there just to help hold it up. All right, our third section, we're going to come to right above the ears. So we're going to go from the ear across and meet it over here in the back. Now let's get this all wet. All right, so we're going to go from the ear. I'm going to go back, keeping that, using that wide end of the comb. And then on this side, same thing. All right, let me get this a little bit more wet on that bottom hair that I just lifted up. And some hairspray. Okay, and same thing. I'm going to bring this hair back. And yeah, this hair on this side of the head obviously has to travel a little bit further, so do not hesitate to use some more hairspray over there, especially if those hairs are going to be a little bit shorter and want to fall out. So I'm just coming in. She had a lot of bumps right here, so I just used the fine tooth part of the comb, and I just kind of went over it a few times, gathered it to my hand, and then from there I'm able to push it into my hand over here where my forefinger is sitting on her scalp, sitting on her head. Pick up for readjustment to get a good grip on it. All right, so we've got red, orange, now we're on yellow. And same thing, I'm gonna just angle that rubber band, keeping with this angle coming, the sections being secured. I'm just gonna do this one over here on. Okay, twist it, go over, twist it, go over. We'll do 3, and that was 3. So there we go. Now we have 1, 2, 3. And if you look this way, honey. Look down a little bit. They're just angled slightly back as we go, so diagonal. All right, you can put your head back up. Thank you. All right, this last one, once again, twist them all together, clip them up out of the way. All right, so we are going to then, now this is my last section, once again, bringing it all over to the side of her head. I sprayed lots of hairspray down here, just pulling, using the fine tooth part of my comb, bringing it all over, making sure there's no bubbles, picking up those little tiny pieces on the bottom that want to fall out. Alrighty. And then I'm gonna open my rubber band with my 3 fingers, and then I'm putting it right over here. We'll walk around this way now. Right over here, back behind her ear and below the yellow. 1, 2, 3. All right. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 sections. Okay, now here comes the cute part. So I take this top section and we're going to combine it with the orange, with the next section, which is the orange rubber band. So I get another orange rubber band, and I now am going to lay the red section onto the orange section, and by that I mean the red rubber band section. And I'm just going to go around that twice. So as you can see now, they're combined together right here. So I'm going to then take this hair, and just with my fingers, the tips of my fingers or my fingernails, I'm just pulling up this hair to create a nice little bump, really is what you want. A little bubble. And if you ever get too much, then come to the top, the hair that you laid, come in back underneath the rubber band and just kind of gently just pull those if you feel like you got it a little bit too much. All right, so then, just like that first section, now these 2 sections, which created 1, are now going to go into my yellow rubber band. So right back here. I'm gonna spray a little bit of hairspray, just a fine mist, and I'm gonna comb this hair together, just so when I go to make it a bubble, it stays a little bit more together. So yep, coming in with my yellow rubber band opened, I'm now gonna combine it into this one. Just going around twice on that. And then yep, same thing, holding the rubber band and just using my fingernails to pull this hair out a little bit to create a cute little bubble. Can you look up for me, please? There we go. So cute. So we got 1, 2. Now, just like before, mist, a little fine mist. And that's mostly because Liberty's hair isn't super long yet. And so when we go to bubble, it might want to come out of that rubber band. And so that's why I like to mist it together and make sure that it'll stay together when I do the little bubble part. So we've got red, orange, yellow, now we're on green. Just realized that. And sometimes this section, because it's gotten so thick because you've added, it doesn't hurt to do an extra rubber band. So I'm gonna actually pull the hair like we did using my fingernails, just create a nice cute little bubble. A cute bubble right there. And then I'm going to come in with another rubber band, green one, and I'm just going to secure this one more time because that definitely got thicker as we progressed down the side of her head. And so here we have a cute little bubble pony going down the side of the head. Triangle section from the middle of the eyes going back, secured the rubber band on this flat side of the triangle. And then I did a section from the eyes going back meeting, securing, remember, diagonaling that rubber band back. So we did that. And then the third section went from the top of the ears and around, and we secured that one just diagonal back from the orange, continuing down the head. 1, 2, 3. Last section is the whole nape of the neck that was all left from the top of the ears down. Brought that over and secured it all together. And with each section, we just moved the hair out of the way. There we go. Move the hair out of the way so it wasn't in our way, and then we just added on. Now with Liberty's hair, because it's still growing, we're going to leave this, I'll just leave it as a cute side ponytail as this. If your child has longer hair, continue that going down. So there you go. That is our bubble side ponies. Super cute. Here, model, smile, say cheese.